my hands were so stiff, and you did the coolest thing. Now, I can't remember exactly what you did, but I knew you did this with a lot of like Juilliard students who were all stiff and freaked out because they had these juries, you know, and they were like that. They couldn't even move their fingers. I could move them, but it wasn't good. And I played a little of Nutcracker, and she said, you know, I mean, you said, you know what you want in your head, but your fingers are not doing it. When did you first want to play the piano? I think you said that. And I said, well, I was about 6. And I was over at a friend's house, and his mom was making lunch, and they had this like little spinet, blonde piano, not a big deal. And I just sat down and went, I did that for like 15 minutes. And his mom was cool, she liked it. Because I wanted to do it. Now, I wasn't exactly channeling Mozart, right? This is like Stockhausen that I'm playing. But I was into it, and you said, you know what? Just put your hands down. And flop like that. And the weirdest thing happened. You know, I just met you, and you were very friendly, and you immediately put me at ease, but I started to cry. And I can still feel it now. And I was a little embarrassed. Also, I was sweaty because I had ridden my bike over to Englewood after, you know, from the Upper West Side. But anyway, I started to cry. And I was like apologetic, and you were cool. And you said, well, you know, that happens. And I thought that was a really brilliant thing. And guess what? Every time before I practice or perform in public, not in front of the audience, but... Now let me tell you something. The word conductor, I like the English word, not Italian, direttore, or German, dir again. That's like dictator, right? A director. English word conductor, conduco, the Latin root, to lead with. Ain't all about me. Okay. Education, teacher, educo, to lead out of. Well, that's, Vera, that's what you do. And that's why one of the reasons I will forever remember you, and I use all this stuff all the time. So, it's your psychological thought, and also your feeling of what creativity is. Now, I never went to Venice with you, but I knew that you took people and were on the square at San Marco, which I've done, but I didn't do it with you. So you have this also this very interesting, I think unique and thoughtful and effective idea of what art is and what creation is. And I got that just in the short time I was in your orbit. So I can't tell you other than you were one of the greatest teachers I ever had, who taught me the most important 3 words that I live by in everything: playing, singing, conducting, arranging, composing. You know what they are? Express, don't impress. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart for the time and care that you took with me, and I know that you do with everybody else.
Yeah, I remember him coming to my loft in New York and spreading the score out and really showing him various orchestral parts and how one has to really pay attention how something is put together, and the beauty and excitement from him of the wonder of what was on the printed page. It was really a very, very rewarding experience, and an inspired one, very inspired. And we became connected through great art, you know? We really were,
Yeah.
there was something beautiful going on between the two of us and the music, you know? Nothing was missing. It just had to, his perception and the clarity of putting things together just needed to be redefined for him.
Mm.
It felt like it was rather boxed in, you know, where he was sitting with a lot of things. And it was just a matter of putting them together in a new order that he seemed to relate to, you know. But, very rewarding experience. And, really a first-class musician, one of the best, okay? Yeah. Pleasure having known him and to know him.